Hello and welcome to Easy Star Trek Online with me, Kath. Today I'm going to be looking at First for Battle. So First for Battle is a Starship trait with the following description. Using Cannon, Rapid Fire, Cannon Scatter Volley or a cloaking device applies increased flight speed strength, turn rate strength and increased damage for 15 seconds. After the duration expires, there is a 15-second period before it can be activated again. Skills that affect this ability: Starship Impulse Expertise, which further improves speed and turn rate. This Starship trait is obtainable from the legendary Bortaskew ship. That ship is from the Battlecruiser bundle, and a part of that Battlecruiser bundle is a ship called the Legendary Avenger. The Legendary Avenger is a great platform for Infected Space Elite. So many of the records for Infected Space Elite have been set with the Legendary Avenger. So it's a very, very good ship to get. And obviously the Bortaskew comes with First Battle, which, as I'll explain in a minute, is also quite a valuable trait. So let's go, let's have a look and see what it does in game. So I'm in game. I'm just going to take my competitive engine off. Okay, so I've now got a standard engine. I've got my First Battle slotted. And now I'm going to have a look at the stats page. So my flight speed at the moment is 62.03. And I'm going to hit Cannon Scatter Volley, which, as I read out a minute ago, using Cannon Rapid Fire or Cannon Scatter Volley. So I'm going to hit Cannon Scatter Volley to proc it. And I get an inertia increase, a flight speed increase, and a turn rate increase. So if I fly along, let's fly along and see exactly what that looks like from a flight perspective. So I'm going along, la 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 la, and doing a little bit of turning, hit my Cannon Scatter Volley, and then all of a sudden I gain inertia and flight speed. So I'm turning easier. The ship is responding really nicely and I'm going a bit faster. I've also got a Cat 1 damage bonus as well. So it also increases Cat 1 damage bonus by 40%. So let's have a look at my weapons. So at the moment, just resting, I've got 4215.5 DPS. If I hit Cannon Scatter Volley, that increases to 4833. So that's quite a valuable boost. It's quite a valuable boost. So let's have a look at exactly what's going on here, because as you may have noticed, there was no lockout. So in the description, it states that there's a lockout, and there's not. So before I go on to that, let's have a look at, does it stack? So certain abilities can be used together to increase the statistics further. So for example, if you use a competitive engine, with CSV you can proc both First for Battle and the competitive engine proc to get a further boost. You can also use the emergency power to engines. So emergency power to engines is a number increase, so it's a plus 40, it's not a percent. It does not stack with evasive maneuvers, deuterium, surplus or burn, temporal surge. So although First for Battle doesn't stack with certain items, running evasive maneuvers or deuterium doesn't cause a detriment to your build. For example, if you hit evasive whilst First for Battles are active, the highest boost will take precedence. But also it means that nothing's slowing down or it's not causing a conflict or anything like that. So let's have a look at what that looks like with the competitive engine proc in place as well. So I'm going to slot my competitive engine. So let's fly along. And then I'm going to hit my CSV, which then procs both the prevailing engine overcharge, and I get a much higher boost for a short period of time. So if we do that one more time, hit CSV again. So my inertia goes up to 270, my flight speed goes to 190, and my turn rate is 51.6 degrees per second. So when the stats go down, it just means that one of the abilities has come off, and that's probably the competitive engine proc, because that only lasts for 5 seconds, whereas First Battle was 15 seconds. What happens when I activate evasive at the same time? So I'm flying along 190, and my evasive, because there's a stronger, higher increase, that increases further. So it was much higher. It was in the 230s for flight speed. So it's something important to note is that evasive and the competitive engine does stack. So all of these things together mean that you've got the mobility to get around the map in larger ships. So that's ships like the Vadwar Juggernaut, that's ships like the Aurora, that's ships any other big ship, or you can use this on small ships as well, but it's not as necessary. So let's move on and have a look at the cooldown. So the tooltip states that after the duration expires, there is a 15-second period before it can be activated again. Now, that is purely not correct. So if I go back to game, and let's activate Photonic Officer, activate CSV, you can see that First Battle is activated. It's got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Activate again, and I've got another 15 seconds. So that can be constantly activated all the time with absolutely no worries at all, which is a great trait. So talking about that, how to proc it. So I've spoken a little bit about Cannon Scatter Volley. So with Withering Barrage, so that's another trait that extends Cannon Scatter Volley to 14 seconds, plus strong cooldown, so that's stuff like Boimler and Photonic Officer 1, other cooldown strategies that are available. You can use rapid fire as well, so you could use the firing mode rapid fire. It's a single target. It's I wouldn't necessarily say it's the best single target to use. I think that would be surgical. You can also use quantum singularity manipulation. So quantum singularity manipulation is an active space rep trait, and this reads drastically increases all space science stats for a short time. After a few seconds, your ship will be cloaked. Now that's the important thing there, is your ship will be cloaked for the remaining duration of the power. Now quantum singularity manipulation is a perfect cloak. I'll talk about that in another video, but because it's a cloak, it will proc First to Battle. So you could potentially use that if you've got a slower ISE, if you're doing a left to right maybe, and you want to get from left to right quicker without activating a firing mode, you could very easily just hit quantum singularity manipulation and get a first proc there. The other thing to say on that is cloaks. So some ships come with cloaks, like the Federation battle cloaks, like the Klingon ships. You can use any cloak to proc it. Okay, so next to show you, let's see if we can get in an ISE and show you just exactly how. I'll wait maybe maximum of 30 seconds, and just to see if we can get it to jump. Otherwise, I'll jump into a patrol. Okay, maybe that's not happening. Okay, let's jump into a patrol. Okay, let's go along now. I've got CSV on my hotbar, so without even thinking about it, I've got First of Battle firing away in the background, just nice on. So I don't have to worry about activating it. I don't have to worry about activation cycles or anything like that. It is just on, and it's going to stay on for the period of time that I need it to stay on for. Now again, if I want to, I can use evasive maneuvers, but I'm probably not going to use that. I might use it just to get over to the rift. So let's go on over to the rift. My Cannon Scatter Volley is ready. So the ships are coming in now. Activate my CSV, and off we go and fire again. And I've got another first stack. So I can move around. And there we go. Anyway, didn't activate my emergency power to engines because I didn't specifically need to. This isn't like a DPS passing map or anything like that. If this were a DPS passing map, I'd be activating emergency power to engines about. It depends if I've got ship of the line slotted. If I've got ship of the line slotted, you slot it as soon as you get into the map for an ISE, and then again, then you do emergency power to weapons, and then you do emergency power to engines, so you can end up with 3 stacks of ship of the line. That's a conversation for another video. So hopefully this will show you exactly why First of Battle is really good. For me though, the reasons why it's really good is that I don't have to do anything. It's always active. I get Cat 1 damage boost. So stuff like and again that's active all the time that CSV is active. And it just seems to synergize well with other stuff I've got going on, like the competitive engine procs and everything else. And I know it doesn't stack with evasive, but actually for me it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, I hope you have a great afternoon, evening, or whatever you are doing. If you've got any questions or comments, let me know in the comments section. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day.